Hello, everybody. All right, it is a Sunday. It's 9:58. I need to get going. My friend Thomas Schoenberg and Yukari Schoenberg, I believe they are married, but they've been together forever. Um, they have a little pottery shop and gallery in Rocheport, Missouri, which is a little artist enclave, and they are operating in something called Art in the Park, which is a big 2 day art fair, and it's all these vendors and craftsmen are there selling their stuff. There's food caterers, all kinds of stuff, and I want to go there and visit my friends. But I haven't stopped producing the UAP UFO video series, so what I am doing, though, is going on a little side note because I think, as I noted in another video that I'm posting concurrent with this, I think some of my viewers are upset because I'm saying uncomfortable things about, the nature of this world, the system of white supremacy, global hegemony, things like imperialism, colonialism, and its aftermath, okay? And I'm also saying that interaction with aliens is going to either strengthen or destroy these systems for good or bad. Again, I'm trying to use objective language, and I think some people were upset that I brought up the idea that if Roswell and some of the things that happened in the 40s and 50s resulted in reverse engineered UFO technology, that may be why the United States is so globally supreme, why our technology is just so much better than everyone else, why our military is so advanced, our computer systems, our electronics, and things like that, and how the effect of disclosing this information, how if other people knew for sure that it wasn't American culture, it wasn't American religion, it wasn't America's system of government that produced this supremacy, but reverse engineered UFO technology, how that might affect that. This is speculative, but I try to use logic and I try to give evidence, and a lot of the evidence is in the historical record. A lot of the logic is predicated on the historical record. So I think I made a lot of people angry. And they can go. If they say anything remotely offensive or insulting, they're just off my channel. Again, my house, my rules. I'm doing this for free, and I'm doing this because I perceive it will benefit humanity to have these ideas and concepts put together this way. And so let's talk about racial supremacy. Let's not speculate, let's not guess, let's not argue. Let's do an experiment. Okay. Right now, the so-called white races of the world have power in this world, and I believe it's due to history of colonialism, exploitation, use of violent force, dissemination of diseases, and things like that. I don't think it's because, say, the English were that much more intelligent than everyone else, or the French for that matter, or the Spanish, right? I keep bumping into really idiotic people of all races, even though race is a not as exact a term as people think it is, and I keep bumping into incredibly intelligent people of all races, and there's many different kinds of intelligence. For instance, someone, if you're a platoon sergeant leading a platoon into battle, your lieutenant's just had his leg blown off and a piece of his leg went into his carotid artery and he's bleeding out, and you're the platoon sergeant. You have less of an education than the lieutenant. but you have a great survivability quotient, which I think requires a certain type of intelligence. Now, you could have a battalion commander who, maybe was in a combat unit, maybe not. If he was there for a short time, and then he moved up the rank ladder. But he might have a PhD, right? But he might not be as survivable in that situation, and it's not just physical, right? It takes intelligence to lead a basketball team to victory. It takes intelligence to navigate through the woods. It takes intelligence to make music, write a song to accompany the music, and harmonize with other musicians, develop your costuming, and get on stage. Like Taylor Swift is a very intelligent woman. Yes, I know she has a staff, but she was good at what she did in more ways than one before she had a big staff, when she was a nobody, right? Acting, people are like, actors are just dumb, they just imitate things. Try memorizing lines and lines of new dialogue every week for months and months, and then also acquiring a new skill. There's more than one kind of intelligence than in the IQ test, and it keeps showing up everywhere I look, and then lack of intelligence shows up everywhere I look. I don't think, the white man is God, the black man is God, the Asian man is God, the white woman is a god or a goddess. I don't think the black woman is a goddess. We're all just people. And some of us are really dumb, and the law of averages says that half of us are below average in something or everything. All right. So, in a roundabout way, I say let's prove it. The number one group of people that are in charge of the world, that have the wealth, the power, the military power, the social influence, all these things are, for lack of a better word, white people, European people, especially the Anglo-Germanic bloc, who seem to be really vested into the whole concept of white supremacy. And they're like, look at the IQ scores, but ignore South Asians and ignore Asians in general, okay? I say, simple experiment. If this group of people thinks they are innately just superior to the rest of the world in intellect, morality, culture, everything, do this. All of you, all at once, just give everything up. Give everything up. Give up all your wealth. Save that which would be necessary for existence. Be minimalist. Give up your access to social connections, to governmental power, and just start over. All right? You can't appeal to your billionaire friends, to your friend who's a general, to your friend who runs a factory, because they've all given it up, and they're just like, we'll just start all over. We'll occupy all the bottom rungs of society, and it's not a perfect experiment because you'll still have each other as networks. You'll still be able to, become a power block, and, in some countries you are the majority, and just start all over and say, we refuse to use anything but our own efforts. Give up your inherited wealth. And if you are truly a superior people, in like 2 to 3 generations, allegedly, you'd be in the same position you were, because the rest of us are unworthy and unintelligent and unskilled and everything. Just do that. It would be a perfect experiment, and we'd all probably shut up. And give up the alien technology too if it exists. Give up all of that. Let's see what happens.